How's it going, everyone? In Path of Exile's Siege of the Atlas expansion, a lot has changed to the Atlas. Watchstones are gone, regions are gone, Atlas passives have morphed into an entire tree, and more. So I made this guide to show you exactly what has changed so you'll be better prepared for the League launch on February 4th. Previously, you needed Watchstones to unlock new maps and raise the level of maps in your Atlas. But since the Watchstones have been removed, all the hidden maps are now restored, so you no longer need to unlock them over time. Also, a lot of the power that you could get through craftable Watchstones has been added to the Atlas passives, making it easier for you to customize your mapping experience. Chris Wilson said that even though Watchstones are gone, they still like the idea of being able to raise the tier of maps on your Atlas, making all your maps eventually tier 16. So they've introduced Void Stones as a way to achieve the same results. You can earn a total of 4 Void Stones, one from Uber Elder, one from the Maven, one from the Searing Exarch, and one from the Eater of Worlds. Placing the Void Stones in your Atlas will raise the tier of all your maps, eventually making them all tier 16 once the last Void Stone has been placed. With the removal of Atlas regions, GGG has had to come up with a new way to handle Atlas passives. So they've decided to give us a simple little Atlas passive tree. Psych! We get this beautifully gigantic tree with over 600 passives to choose from.
Me too, son. Me too.
And since regions are gone, the passives that you invest in will be applied globally to all your maps. You will gain an Atlas passive skill point to spend each time you complete the bonus objective of a different map, for a total of 117 skill points. You can also earn some extra skill points on top of the base 117 by completing Maven's multi-boss fights. Typically, you complete a lot of bonus objectives early on in your Atlas progression, which means you'll be getting a lot of your Atlas passive skill points right away, allowing you to quickly jump into the content that you enjoy the most. Alongside some of the old Atlas passives, they've also added some new ones like Secret Operations, which turns some of the strongboxes you come across into a new type of strongbox that drops scarabs, and Corrupted Gaze, which gives Abyss Jewels a 20% chance to drop Corrupted and have 5 or 6 random modifiers rather than the usual 4. I think this goes without saying, but the removal of regions and the addition of the passive tree allows you to deeply customize your endgame experience by specifying what type of content you want to do and how challenging and rewarding you want it to be. This also means you aren't forced to run maps that you don't like just because the Atlas passives relegated you to a certain region. Now you can run the maps you enjoy while also focusing on the content that you specialized in. Strong endgame characters usually end up finding more maps than they need by doing juiced up content, but weaker characters need to pay more attention to their map mods, resulting in fewer maps dropping. The passive tree lets you choose just how much you want to invest in the map tier upgrade, which used to be the Atlas completion bonus. This means that strong characters can use the Atlas passives to focus on the content and rewards they want, while weaker characters can invest into passives that will help them find more maps. They can then choose to respec later on once they've found enough maps. And speaking of respecing, the Orbs of Unmaking have been added to the core drop pool, making it much easier for you to respec Atlas passive points when you need to. On to the new favored map system. Just like the old system, this one enables you to find more of the maps that you enjoy. Previously, you could unlock 3 favored maps in each region, but since regions have been removed, you can unlock favored map slots by completing different objectives, some of which include completing a tier 16 map or defeating an Elder Guardian. There are a total of 12 favored map slots, all of which apply to every single map drop on the Atlas. Each slot applies a 10 times multiplier to how often the corresponding map drops relative to other maps. You can choose to have 12 different maps as your favorite maps, or you can pick the same map in all 12 slots for an insane 120 times multiplier to its occurrence in your drop pool. If you have all 4 of your Void Stones socketed into your Atlas, making all of your maps tier 16, and one map favorited 12 times, then that specific map would make up over 50% of all your tier 16 map drops. Sextants can now be found from tier 14 maps onward and are now applied to Void Stones. When you use a Sextant on a Void Stone, it affects your whole Atlas. Because Sextants are only found in in-game content, they have removed Simple and Prime Sextants and have added the mods from these Sextants into the pool of mods that Awakened Sextants have. Awakened Sextant drop rates have been increased to compensate for the diluted pool of modifiers. Hope your clicker finger is ready. Elevated Sextants remain the same. They've also done a balance pass on all Sextant mods, which has resulted in a slight reduction to the amount of content or monsters that a specific Sextant mod may have introduced. The Nemesis Monsters Drop 3 Additional Currency Items mod has been removed, but a bunch of new Sextant modifiers have also been added. The theme with these new mods is that they give a strong benefit while also adding extra difficulty, or they reward players for specializing into having other leagues present in your maps. As an example, one of the new mods make it so all breaches in an area belong to Cheula. Since Watchstones are gone, players would have lost the ability to add or remove them at will, in order to manipulate when and how you use the Sextant modifiers attached to them. But GGG, being the geniuses that they are, have considered this, and have added a new currency called the Surveyor's Compass, which allows you to store a Sextant modifier from a Void Stone that can be used later or traded to other players. This item can drop randomly and can also be purchased from Kirak for 1 Chaos Orb an infinite number of times. If you don't already know, Zana has thrown a pity party for herself and has left Rayclast. And if I had to guess, she's probably spending her time looking at social media to see if anyone misses her. But ain't nobody got time for her middle school drama. Kirak has taken over and shit's about to get real. Since Kirak has taken Zana's place, you'll be reporting to him for your Atlas missions. They can be opened and run on your map device, but you won't encounter Kirak inside your map, and you won't be able to apply Kirak objectives to a map itself. Because of this, your chance of receiving Kirak Atlas objectives when you kill a map boss has been increased. The completion objectives associated with Zana missions have also been altered. The missions with Kirak now focus more on rewards, like additional league content or extra item drops. Also, your free daily mission is now based on the highest tier map you've completed in the current league. Alongside older content like Guardian maps and Influence maps, Kirak missions can now include content like Conquerors, Ritual Encounters, Expedition Encounters, and even the former Monstrous Treasure Prophecy that makes an area contain 24 to 36 additional strongboxes with no additional monster inhabitants. Obviously, Kirak sells you maps as well now, but he has a much wider variety with a variance in prices. These are re-rolled in the same way that Zana's shop was re-rolled. Some of the maps he sells can have implicit mods on them as well, which gives you access to different types of content, like a map that contains a Legion encounter or a Delirium map. As you're mapping, you'll come across Atlas scouting reports. These can be used to re-roll the set of mission maps that Kirak is offering you, giving you a different set of mission outcomes, like guaranteeing a unique map, having all maps be corrupted, or insane ones like always including a Shaper Guardian, Elder Guardian, or Conqueror, or having only uncompleted maps available. You can specialize into finding more Atlas scouting reports on your Atlas passive tree or unlock new types that can drop. And just as a reminder, Kirak sells everything Zana sold, like specific divination cards and chisels. And that wraps up this guide. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more gaming related content.